Hello, it's Wednesday. Nothing quite as grand as an entire army this week, but I have been doing some stuff. I am prepping for painting Nighthaunts. A lot of Nighthaunts, as it was Black Friday, and I bought Soul Wars. Well, half of Soul Wars. Someone else bought the other half. Anyway, that's not important. I got Soul Wars, so now I have a Nighthaunts army and a Stormcast Eternals army to paint in the house. And it's a really good excuse to paint up the Nighthaunts Warband for Nightvault, which I'm going to try and paint today after I've done this video and set it uploading. I've been doing some test models. So these guys, unpainted. I've actually stripped them once so far. This guy you may recognise. Let's zoom in. There it is. This guy is the cairn wraith from the other Nighthaunts tutorial video, who has been stripped, broken a little bit, and repainted about 3 or 4 times since that video has been made, in the name of painting test colour schemes. So I think I'm set on my gradient for the spooky bits, which is here. This is all done with an airbrush. Similar colour scheme to the loaded brush technique I showed in the video. The tutorial that's already up for this guy. But the gradient, because I'm using an airbrush, is capable of going over a much longer distance. The loaded brush technique has a tendency to squish gradients, which makes them great for non-metallic metal, not so great for this effect. So with an airbrush, I'm actually able to do this way, and it is much faster for doing large numbers of, say, chain rasps. I've been experimenting with some methods, and yeah, this is the one that I like the most. I'm not going to be doing the brown cloth on any of them. I'm actually going to be going with black/grey cloth because I think it looks a bit nicer. Yeah, I'm not completely convinced by these highlights. I think they're a bit too bright. One possibility is to do these white highlights before I paint the colours for the gradient, because it's basically a pre-shade and then a series of glazes or inks sprayed over the top to colorise it. So if I paint the white highlights on before that, they'll get colorized with the rest of the shading. And then go through and do the white around the edge afterwards. But yeah, still a bit of experimentation to do. I'll be doing that later today. So aside from stripping and repainting this one cairn wraith 4 times, I've also started work on my Raptors Primaris Lieutenant. There we go, that's in focus. This is following, more or less, the Raptors Intercessor painting tutorial, which is up there. The only difference is I skipped the stage of painting VMA dark green and went straight to Strachan green over the Castellan green. And instead of using burnt umber, I have been using armor brown. That's because this is a bit redder than burnt umber, and I think it works a little better. There's something that was off with my camera when I made that video for the Raptors Intercessors. It makes my burnt umber look a lot redder than it actually is in reality. Burnt umber is a relatively yellow brown. Armor brown is a much redder brown, which works better in the contra shading that's going on here. So I've done the first stage of edge highlights on the body. I've got the backpack on, and the shoulder pads, and the arms. Whoops. All mounted up. Haven't started on the face yet. Only just been doing this kind of idly while I'm waiting for things to dry, or when I've got 10 minutes to spare. Because painting Space Marines is easy. Super easy. And therefore I can just do it every now and again. Let's give you a look at this guy as well. This guy I've been painting on and off for Zarbag's Gitz. You've seen the Squig tutorial. I'm at stage 3, doing the mouth. He's all covered in boils and warts or whatever they're supposed to be. I haven't done them particularly pustulely or anything like that. Wasn't really in the mood for that. So I need to paint the teeth and the bone and the claws, and then the base, and he's done. Not a lot left to do on that guy. But I need to get some more Zandri dust, which I now have. And that's it. That's all that's on my painting table at the moment. No commissions right now. So I'm cracking on with tutorials. The Orc Dragster, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been like a dozen Speed Freaks Orc Vehicle tutorials going up on YouTube in the last few weeks. Seems like everyone's making one. I'm in no particular rush to get it out, whereas I do want to get this done. I do want to make a start on my Nighthaunts army as soon as possible. So I'm going to be I'm prioritising the Nighthaunts for Warhammer Underworlds above the Dragster at the moment. And then once these are done, I'm going to be powering through Zarbag's Gitz and getting that queued up and ready on Patreon. And then I'll be going back to the Dragster, which will probably be a case of painting it over Christmas at my current painting rate. And I might paint that one and the other one, the Booster Blaster, at the same time. What else? The Junkyard Bases video is currently up on Patreon. It's been up there for a few days now, if you didn't see. Thank you to all the new patrons who subscribed to when I posted that video up. It's all been very helpful, made Christmas go much easier. That video will be going live on YouTube probably on Friday. Yeah, let's say Friday. Around about 2 in the afternoon. There you go. You can stick it in your calendar. The Hobby Essentials painting tools video has gone down very well. I'm glad everyone is enjoying that series. I wasn't sure how well it would come across. I'm going to be doing the airbrush gear video next week sometime. I'm going to try and keep it 2 weeks between the Hobby Essentials videos. They generally don't require as much editing as a painting tutorial does. Don't know why I'm holding this guy, he's not getting a tutorial. But yeah, the Hobby Essentials videos don't require as much editing as the painting tutorials do, so they're a little bit less work, so I'm going to try and use them to fill gaps between tutorials. So like, tutorial 1 week, Hobby Essentials video the next week, and then hopefully another tutorial the week after. If I don't maintain that schedule, it's only because I'm rubbish. I'm not great at managing my time. We're up there. Oh, for those that are going to ask, I am going to be painting my Stormcast Eternals as Anvils of the Helden Hammer. So that'll be black armour, cream/white robes with gold trim and some nice brown leather a la that Primaris Psyker that was in my Imperial Guard army. And yes, I will eventually do a tutorial on that base using the Cursebreakers, Stormsire's Cursebreakers from Nighthaunt as the examples of that, but at the moment people want to see Nighthaunts and people want to see goblins. If you want to see something else, you need to get yourself on Patreon so that you can vote for the other things, because we are democracy here at Rob Paints Models. That's it, I think. How are you doing? Doing well? Buy anything good on Black Friday? Do you have any money left? If you do, you can buy some stuff on eBay from me. Yeah, I'm selling stuff. Check it out. There's a link down there. That's gratuitous plug over. Seriously, are you painting things? Are you enjoying yourself? Having a good holiday time? Yeah. What do you want to see? I don't know. I feel like I should end the video now. Yeah, so subscribe there. Patreon there for colour guides and early access to tutorials, and if you want some private tutelage, there's still some spots available for that. Up there's a new video from somewhere else on YouTube, and over there's my social medias, which, you know, follow me and stuff. That's it. Have a good Wednesday to you. Bye bye.